You keep thinking your way through life like the next thought will finally be the one that sets you free. The one that explains everything. The one that gives you clarity. But it never really does. It might distract you for a moment. It might give you a temporary sense of control. It might even feel productive. But underneath all of it, you still feel stuck. Because the deeper truth is this: you're not trapped because you don't have enough answers. You're trapped because you keep looking to thought for what thought can never give you. And that's the real conflict. Not your life versus you. Not the world versus peace. But the monad versus thought. In this video, we're going to break down why thought keeps you stuck, why it feels so convincing, and why the freedom you're looking for does not come from thinking better, or harder, or even deeper. Because thought is not the source of your being. It is an activity happening inside awareness. And the moment you confuse that activity for yourself, you begin to live in reaction, tension, and overanalysis. But the monad is not divided. The monad is not spinning. The monad is not trying to figure itself out. It simply is. And once you begin to see the difference between thought and what is aware of thought, something starts to shift. Not because you learned a new belief, but because you stopped mistaking noise for the truth. Thought gives the illusion of movement. It makes you feel like you're doing something, like you're making progress, like if you just stay with the problem a little longer, you'll finally break through. But most of the time, what you call working through it is just recycling the same energy in a different language. You think about what happened, then what it meant, then what they meant, then what you should have said, then what might happen next, then how to avoid it, then how to heal it, then how to understand why you're still thinking about it. And now, you're not just dealing with life. You're dealing with life plus the endless commentary about life. This is where people get stuck. Not because they're weak, not because they're broken, but because thought has become their entire relationship with reality. And when thought becomes your only way of meeting life, life starts to feel heavy, distant, and complicated. Because thought cannot live. It can only interpret. The monad is not another thought. It is not a better mindset. It is not a more spiritual idea. And it's not the final conclusion at the end of your inner search. The monad is the silent wholeness that is here before thought speaks. It is the unbroken awareness beneath every mental movement. Thought comes and goes. It changes shape constantly. It reacts to memory, fear, and desire. But the monad does not come and go. It is not improved by your good thoughts. It is not damaged by your bad ones. It is not closer when your mind is quiet and farther when your mind is loud. It is simply what remains untouched while all of that happens. This is why thought can never grasp it. Because thought is always trying to turn reality into pieces. But the monad is whole before the pieces even appear. So the more you try to think your way into it, the more you keep reducing the infinite into mental fragments. And then you wonder why it still feels distant. It feels distant because thought cannot touch what is already prior to thought. This is not abstract. This is your real life. This is what happens when you lie awake at night trying to mentally solve your future. This is what happens when you replay a conversation 10 times and still don't feel settled. This is what happens when you keep asking yourself why you feel off, why you feel disconnected, why nothing feels like enough anymore. This is what happens when you are with people you care about, but part of you is somewhere else, thinking, analyzing, embracing. Thought pulls you out of direct life and into mental life. And mental life has no end, because every answer creates another question. Every conclusion creates another doubt. Every attempt at control creates more tension. That's why you can be physically resting and still feel exhausted. Why you can have time off and still feel pressure. Why you can meditate, reflect, and still secretly feel trapped. Because the trap is not activity. The trap is identification with thought. When thought becomes me, every passing fear feels personal. Every mental image feels important. Every inner reaction feels like reality itself. But once you begin to see thought as movement rather than identity, a gap opens. And inside of that gap, you begin to breathe again. Realization does not begin when thought becomes perfect. It begins when thought loses its throne. The shift is subtle. You notice a thought, but you don't immediately follow it. You feel fear arise, but you don't instantly become fearful. You hear the inner voice trying to pull you into another spiral, and for a moment, you stay still instead. That stillness matters, because it reveals something most people miss. Thought is happening, but something deeper is aware of it. And that deeper awareness is not panicking. It's not arguing. And it's not trying to become whole. It's already whole. That's the opening. Not the destruction of thought. Not the war against the mind. Not becoming blank or emotionless. Just the recognition that thought is not your master. It's an instrument, a tool, a function. It's useful in its place, but it's terrible as an identity. The moment thought stops being authority, presence returns. And with presence comes space. With space comes relief. With relief comes clarity. Not mental clarity, existential clarity. The kind that does not need to explain itself. A lot of people hear this and think the goal is to never think again. That's not the point. Thought has practical value. You need it to plan, communicate, and navigate the world. But thought was never meant to tell you who you are. The problem is not that thought appears. The problem is that you keep kneeling to them as if they are truth, self, and reality all at once. They're not. A thought can say you are failing. A thought can say you are behind. A thought can say you missed your chance. A thought can say you are not enough, or ready, or safe. And if you believe every one of those movements, your entire life becomes a reaction to passing mental weather. But the monad is deeper than the weather. It's deeper than mood, deeper than memory, deeper than identity, deeper than the voice that narrates your existence. You do not need to become the monad. You do not need to reach it. You do not need to mentally solve your way into it. You need to stop giving absolute power to what was never absolute in the first place. And when that happens, life begins to open. Not because the world changed overnight, but because you are no longer trapped inside the interpreter. This is why you're stuck. Not because you're incapable. Not because realization is far away. Not because life forgot about you. You're stuck because thought has been sitting in the place where direct reality should be. And as long as thought is treated like the center of your being, everything will feel filtered, delayed, and complicated. But the monad is not trapped in thought. It's here now. Quiet, whole, unmoved, and aware. And the moment you stop trying to think your way into peace, you begin to notice the peace that was already there before the mind even began speaking. That's the beginning of the shift. Not gaining more, but recognizing what never left. If this journey spoke to you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone ready to experience life beyond thought. Comment below. What thought pattern keeps pulling you away from the present moment the most? I read every comment. If you would like to support my work directly, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/MagnumOpus333. Or you can explore some original merchandise at my Teespring store online. The link is in the description below. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.